Hi, so I'm Amy Cooper Ailes, and my husband Rob and I decided a year ago to bring Caroline to live at our house. It was after I saw the Unitarian Immigration Service a year ago about the family from Uganda that has been served by this church. And seeing their smiles and their excitement about living in the U.S. and living in Melrose was so inspiring. After the service, I reached out to RIM in order to see if we could help, because fortunately we had some space in our house that we were able to open up to someone. So I can't believe it was actually a year ago when that happened. And then Caroline came to live with us not too much longer after that. And as part of this year's service in 2020, Reverend Suzanne asked if I would speak about our experience with having Caroline live with us and how it's helped me to grow, how it's changed me. And it gave me some pause to think about how it's changed me. And mostly, the reason why I wanted to do it was the idea that we could actually help someone in this really local way, in this very tangible way, when usually when you're trying to help, it doesn't feel like you actually ever know how it's touched someone's life. And this seemed like an amazing opportunity to touch someone's life in a really direct way, and use the space that we had in our home, and to live the way I'd always tried to live and always thought I would live, which was in a way that would help others, show my daughter what it means to help others, in the model of thinking about the Good Samaritan. When other people refuse to help, maybe there's a way we can help. So that felt really good, and it still feels like we did something good. So I think one of the things, when I think about how I've grown or changed since last year, is when I started off in this process with inviting Caroline into our home, I think I had a certain naivete about what it meant to help work with a refugee, with an immigrant to this country. And I thought, well, it felt like a very joyful and happy process, which it certainly is. But I knew nothing about it, and I knew nothing of what it meant for Caroline to be a refugee, for her to have come to this country after all the things that happened in Cameroon. I think I had naivete about the process of what Caroline had to go through and how long it would take. I remember us having conversations that this would take a month or two. And I think Caroline was like, and my husband was like, yeah, I don't think it's going to take a month or two. I think everyone but me knew that it was going to take much longer. And it has. It has taken about a year in order for Caroline to kind of get settled here, get her feet underneath herself. I mean, she's been in the country for 2 years. So getting her working papers took almost 2 years, the working permit. It was not a quick process as we originally thought it might be, which certainly didn't get speedier with COVID. It got slowed down by that. But at that point, when she had the working papers, she was able to get a job pretty quickly, which was great. But also, I was naive about how it would impact her, just the trauma of someone who's been through what she's been through, not just for her, but for her family and her community and her country. Sometimes it's hard for me to hear about it when she struggles with it and struggles to work through it. And it's hard for me to even begin to comprehend what she's been through. So that is something certainly I knew nothing about. I certainly didn't understand fully what kind of support she needed. She has been really wonderfully supported in Melrose by the immigration team, but also in Boston by some of the support that is in place for refugees in Boston, which was really nice to learn more about. The RIM organization has certainly been a huge support to her as well, but there's certainly a team of people that she works with, a community of people that she relies upon for the simplest things to very complex things, like the legal battle of what it means to apply for refugee status in the United States. So I certainly have learned a lot about that.
I'm Caroline Manka from Cameroon. Cameroon is in West Africa, or the center part of Africa. Cameroon is comprising of 10 regions. We have the English-speaking regions and we have the French-speaking regions. with the majority of the regions being the Francophones and only 2 regions being the Anglophone region, or that some people formerly call the Southern Cameroons. But now we are bilingual. It's one country that comprises of one Cameroon, and sometime in 2016 there was a crisis that started in Cameroon that break out to be called today the Anglophone crisis, or the Ambazonian crisis, that has made some of us to flee from Cameroon to the US, some to other neighboring countries, some to everywhere in the world to seek a refuge. So I came here because I suffer a lot of persecution from the government and from the Ambazonian terrorists. So I had to seek for refuge somewhere like any other person. What I hope will happen next is that since I came here, I've got a lot of assistance from the refugee ministry. My host, the Ailes family, Emmy and Rob, Gracie, so a very beautiful family that I've been with them for a year now, and I got my work permit, my social security with them. I just passed my learner's permit to start driving, and I'm also working now. I picked some hours with Home Instead Senior Care. That is a good thing for me for a start. I'm looking forward to go in for my RN exams that will cost me like 2 years. Go back to school, because it's not easy for the government to access our documents back home because of the crisis. So the only thing I'm trying to do now is to go back to school and see how I can go along with my education to get my RN exam, so I can earn a good salary, to see how I can also assist my children to come over to be safe this way. I want to also say I'm looking forward to see how my health would get better as from before, because I came here very sick, but now I think I have really improved psychologically, physically, emotionally, and otherwise, because of the assistance I've had from everybody that I can't thank them enough. So I have a lot of people trying to push me forward, giving me advice on how I can go along to see how I can break through here and continue to be great, doing great things that will also help the future of some other people in America and the world.
So Caroline, are going to finish by talking a little bit about, just to say thanks to everybody who's been such a great support. So Caroline?
Yeah, I have to say thanks to the clothing group in the Unitarian Church that Emmy, my host, introduced me to a very beautiful family there too, that have been with me spiritually, and that have introduced me to the clothing group, that I've learned a lot. Although the COVID-19 had to stop us by that we could not go anymore, to continue a lot of work that we have put in place, but I pray we'll meet again and we'll continue to learn more, teach more, exchange more ideas, and make a great family for the future. I want to sincerely thank everybody, and I say God will abundantly bless you. I will pay back one day what everybody has paid to me by the grace of God. Thank you.
Yeah, and we just wanted to say, thanks for introducing us to each other through the RIM service a year ago. That's how Caroline and I came to actually find each other, and have had some good chats and some good laughs along the way. And we hope others can find a way to also support some refugees or some immigrants in their community.
Yeah,
so
it's a beautiful experiment.
Thank you. A beautiful experiment. Yes.
Shalom.
Thank you.
Peace.